Hey guys, welcome to the 102nd Anime Girls Profile Confidential, the first in quite some time this year. And you can tell by the title, we are talking about a very popular anime magic girl that made her debut in the second season of the ever popular, and still to this day ever popular, Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. We're talking Dark Magician Girl. And she was introduced, from what I can remember, I think in around the third or fourth episode. Basically, Yugi was going up against a guy that had a similar deck and a similar ace playing card in Dark Magician. And basically, Yugi had an ace up his sleeve and decided to use that ace, if you will, to basically win the duel and prove who had the true Dark Magician power, or who had the more legit, experienced Dark Magician cards. And that was, and that would be him, if you will, when he debuted the Dark Magician Girl. I mean, even his opponent, was surprised that there was a Dark Magician Girl card, in play, that it exists, if you will. And basically, ever since then, she has been an integral part of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise. As a matter of fact, she has become one of the more popular characters in the franchise, both card-wise and human-wise, if you know what I mean. I mean, she has just, been everywhere when it came to Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, she even appeared in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. That's right, she appeared in an episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX as not only herself, well, at least a modern version of herself or something like that, but also, as a player. She actually, as a duelist, if you will. But also she showed up because I think they wanted to work around something. There was a storyline basically where one of the duelist students, at the school that Jaden went to, this student, not Jaden, but this other student, had a thing for her. He had a crush on her, and I think when he finally met her and everything, she, before she left, I think she gave him a kiss on the cheek or something like that. I'm not really sure. But yeah, basically crossing over into GX really shows you how popular this character is. In fact, she was even an integral part in the finale, if you will, of the Bonds Beyond Time. I don't know if she is an integral part, if she plays, I'm pretty sure she does, but I'm not sure if she plays an integral part in the recent Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie, which is the Dark Dimensions movie. So I don't know just yet, but I do know that, for the short time, and I know it's been a long time, I know it's been way longer than that, believe me, but for the short time she's been around, she has gained a popularity amongst the fans, like I said, that, is surprising. I mean, she's also played key roles in a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Stories after her debut. I mean, she was a central pivot point character, if you will, in the Waking of the Dragons saga. She was a pivotal point, if you will, when we got to the final season. Things like that. So she basically was one of those characters that, you saw as basically being the female equivalent of Dark Magician, but she got to do more than Dark Magician. And what's crazy is, throughout her appearances in Yu-Gi-Oh! And even the spin-off Duel, I think what was it called? I can't think of that name right now. I know it's on the tip of my tongue. It's that little side story they did where they went into this world, if you will. It's called like Duelist Monsters or something like that. And they had these, instead of like the dual discs, they had these like arm cannons, if you will. And she ended up, believe it or not, being somewhat, I guess you could say, the main card, the main, monster of choice for Taya. So that was pretty cool. So that was neat to see. And we all pretty much figured she might become Taya's main card if Taya was to fully be embraced as a duelist. But then, of course, like I said, as the series went on, we also found out that she's based on one of the ancient friends of Atem, basically the pharaoh, as we know him, Yami, before he got his real name, Atem. We find out that she's based off one of his friends, just like Dark Magician is based off one of his friends. And we found that out in like the final seasons of the original Yu-Gi-Oh run. So that was really neat. One thing about Dark Magician Girl, amongst all the other monster cards that they would play or be utilizing in the show, is she actually got a personality. I'm not denying this. Like I said earlier, she played integral roles in Waking the Dragons, played a role, somewhat, in the finale and stuff. But she basically was the first, like even after her debut, she was the first to really get a personality to go beyond, what she was made for or what she was presented as. And of course, as a card, as a real card for legitimate players to utilize in tournaments or to collect, she became one of the most sought after ones afterwards. And I was very fortunate, down the line that I was able to, gain access and get her card when I did. And I got the card when they finally brought out one of the tin packs, one of those tin boxes, and she was the card to get along with it. So I was really happy about that. And then of course it just snowballed from there. And I ended up getting more copies of Dark Magician Girl. I even got the rare fusion card of the Dark Magician Girl Dragon Knight. So it just shows you how popular, again, for someone like me or anybody else to be able to collect all these different variants of Dark Magician Girl as a playing card, it shows you how popular she's become. As a matter of fact, you look at those, what are those, Kabashi or Boshida, like, whatever they're called, Boshida-like figurines. The ones, the Kobashi or Boshida ones that they're doing for MLP right now. She actually got one. She actually got a figurine herself. She's gotten several of them, and I have one right now that I have displayed in my room. So, honestly, though, like I said, when you look at a character like Dark Magician Girl, it's just surprising to know, it's just surprising what I'm trying to say, to know where she started and how far she's come, and by doing all that, how her popularity has become so, what's the word I'm going to say? Immersive, if you will. It's surprised to see how much her popularity has become so immersive with the fan base that when you go to a convention, and eventually those are going to be reopening soon too down the line, one of the top cosplaying costumes that ladies like to wear is Dark Magician Girl, and that's no lie. That is no lie. You go to a comic book like convention, or an anime manga convention, or wherever, and one of the top costumes people like to wear in cosplaying, and maybe even go, very far with it, like take it to that next level where it's like, Dark Magician Girl come to life. It's Dark Magician Girl, and you can't deny the popularity of the character for people wanting to do that. But overall, I can't really say any more than that about Dark Magician Girl. She is, like I said, one of those characters that, debuts in the following season, in a, later season, mostly second season, and for some odd reason just takes off and becomes this ever popular, probably more popular character than you could ever imagine her to be. And, having her involved in certain storylines and everything really just contributed to that. It's kind of identical, and I know I might get some, flack for this, but it's kind of identical to Starlight Glimmer. When Starlight Glimmer began, she was a villain, and then when she got redeemed in season 6, which uses her redemption story and stuff, it's like all of a sudden here's this character that debuts as an antagonist, gets reformed, gets an entire season, if you will, to redeem herself, if not more so, and she goes on to be one of the more popular characters ever. And that's no lie. That is no lie. Same thing with Sunset Shimmer. She gets the opportunity to reform, redeem herself, and she goes on to be one of the more popular characters. And these are characters that came later on in the series run. And the same, like I said, is the same can similarly be said for Dark Magician Girl. And I know, again, I might get some flack for that, but to me, that's the truth. But let me know what you guys think. What are your thoughts about Dark Magician Girl? How did you feel about her when she debuted? Did you foresee or kind of expect her popularity to become what it was and still is to this day? Let me know down below. Comment if you like. I'd love to hear from each and every one of you. Stay safe. Get vaccinated if you can. God bless. Take care. And I am out. Peace.